Are you bored because you're stuck at home quarantined? Well, today I'm going to be showing you how to make watercolor bookmarks. They're super easy to make and they're incredibly fun. Before I get started though, I have noticed that 58.4% of my viewers are not subscribed. So, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you are notified whenever I post. Okay, now we can get started. Okay, the first thing you're gonna need is some watercolor paper or some cardstock. Either works, it just has to be really sturdy. And to make the bookmarks, you might want to use a stencil, so I'm going to be using this bookmark, which I think is the perfect size, and trace it onto this paper a couple of times. I drew 5 bookmarks here, although I'm only going to be showing you 4, and now you want to cut them out. Okay, they are all cut out, and now you have a couple of options. You can either leave a tiny border around the bookmark by using masking tape and then peeling it off after, or you can color the whole thing. I'm going to be doing the whole thing just because I don't have any masking tape, but that's perfectly fine. Set your bookmarks aside because for watercoloring, you're obviously going to be needing watercolor. So make sure you have a cup of water, as watercoloring is water, and a watercolor set. Grab one bookmark and then get started. The first bookmark is going to be a blended rainbow. Since we are blending colors, it's always a good idea to wet your bookmark before coloring. This just helps the colors blend a lot more together and easier. Once that is done, get your first color, which is red, and put drops of that color onto the water and it will start spreading out like this. You can then dab the color around as you wish and it will stop bleeding, which is fine because it just helps the blending a little bit more. Get it to the way you like before moving on to the next color. When you're ready with the orange, go put the orange onto the red. Make sure to blend it together so it's like fading from one color to another. If you're having trouble doing so, just keep adding water. Water is really important when blending. Now you can add the yellow. I always found mixing green and yellow really hard, but just keep adding water and it should be fine. Now add the blue. As you can probably tell by now, I'm not covering the paint all the way to the edge of the bookmark, and this is just part of the design. I like that messy look of watercolor on paper. I think it looks really nice. Obviously, you can choose not to do this and do it all the way to the edge. Now finally add your last color, which is purple, and after this you can go over the bookmark with more water just to adjust the colors. Now you can let it dry and move on. These 3 colors remind me of the Northern Lights, and I really do like this combination of colors. I think it's really nice and soothing. This is another kind of messy blending colors, so I am adding water to this one, and we're going to start by adding a little bit of this green. We're not going to add too much green as I do want it to be mostly blue and purple. Once it's all blended, add light blue or a lighter shade of blue and just kind of dab it. I find dabbing the color is the best. When that's done, add a little bit of a darker blue and just add water when you need it. It's time for the purple, and you can add different shades of purple. I just like to dab all the colors around, let it freely go and mix, and then if I don't like how it turns out, I add water and try to fix it. Here I'm just touching up all the colors, making sure it flows nicely and blends and all the colors have an equal kind of share. Once you're happy with it, you can go let it dry and move on. This design has the warm colors, and I did it in a slightly different way that isn't super blendy. This one's a tad bit more messier, so I'm going to be adding some tissue underneath the bookmarks so I don't make a mess of my workspace. For this one, you don't need watercolor, but I still like it, and I'm going to be making the colors more bold. So to do this, you add very little water to the color. I'm going to be doing zigzag colors, and I think it's something different. Obviously, you can do the blendy one with these colors. It doesn't matter. After I went in with the pink, I'm going in with the red, kind of following the beginning half of the rainbow. Add the orange. Then add the yellow. I'm going to be going over these colors again until they pop, so it's okay if you make mistakes. I'm going to finish this off with a touch of green. Even though it's not part of the sunset, I think it still gives the bookmark a little bit more color. And I'm just going to go over it again. Here's the finished product. I think it looks amazing. I did go over it and now it pops. The watercolor does give it a very artistic look, which is why I chose it. And to get the watercolor not so runny, you don't add as much water as you normally do, and it kind of looks nice. This last one isn't one of my greatest works, but it is complementary colors and little bubbles and a little bit of a background. For this one, I thought I'd try something a little bit different by doing bubbles of complementary colors. It did not turn out the best, but I think it still looks good for a bookmark. Anyway, you want to start off by doing complementary colors. So here I'm doing red and green. They're complementary, and I'm going to be only showing like a quarter of the bubble. Something like that. Now, I did do a mistake by putting water before, which kind of made the colors bleed a lot, so and my purple and yellow didn't turn out the best. Next I did orange and dark blue, and pink and turquoise. I put all the warm colors in the center and outlined it with the cool colors. I did a little bit of a peach background to give it some color. I think it looks alright for a bookmark, even though it's a little bit messy, but hey, it's the fun of it. I also did some smaller circles with alternating colors. Here is the final result. I think they look amazing. I just added some book quotes and they look amazing. Some of the book quotes I added was, "I fell asleep here," or "so many books, so little time." I really think these bookmarks are cute. They're fashionable. Some are a little better than others, but that's just based on your preference. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers before summer. Comment down below what you want to see next, and don't forget to like this video. Bye!